All right.
Hello, Hannah. How you doing?
Hello, Evan. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. So we're just here to check up for week two, see how things have been going. Okay.
All right.
So I just wanted to start off with how many times were you able to complete your journaling and breathing this week?
I was able to do 6 days this week.
That's really good. 6 days.
hmm
Um, that's every day, isn't it?
I mean, I guess
Or is
if
it,
you're
or is
doing
it, or is
like
it
the
supposed to be
whole,
7 days?
I think, well, I mean, I guess if because it's been, I think, a week since we did our check-in last
Okay.
time, I think. So, I mean, I did miss a day, but
Okay.
we're getting there.
So we just missed one day, but the rest of the days you're able to complete it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really good. Uh, so since you were able to do almost every day, did you feel like it was easier or harder to stick to this week?
I definitely think at the beginning it was really hard. Like I really had to like remind myself. But then, like, as the week progressed, it kind of just became like part of the routine. So it just felt like
Mm,
normal.
have you still been doing it like at nighttime or just whenever you
Mhm.
find time?
Yeah, I like to do it at nighttime still just because I think it's a good time to just like offload everything.
Um, with each journal, do you find any new thoughts coming up this week or like a general theme?
Mm, I mean, because I told myself I wasn't gonna have like a prompt, I guess you could say. So I
Hmm.
kind of just write whatever comes to mind. And I guess like I mean, with our test last week, it was a lot about like that and like the unexpected of that. And then like after that, just kind of, I could tell it was a little more relaxed just because, we had the couple days off. And so I feel like the journal entries kind of reflect like what's going on in my life at that time.
Hmm. That's good. Um, was that the day that you missed it, the day of the test, or was it
hmm
another day? It was. That
Yeah, I was just like over everything.
was a stressful day.
Yes.
Uh, but after, the
After it
next
felt
day,
so good.
yeah, and the next day when you journaled, it picked back up? I'm sure
Yeah, I
before
mean, it was
the
a little like slow of a
yeah,
journal entry day because I feel like I was just like in relaxation mode, knowing like going into the weekend when we
yeah,
didn't really have much to do. Um, but I mean, I think that's a good thing because it wasn't like a lot of pent up thoughts and stuff.
that's good. Um, that's good that everything's like good and when you write out, it sounds beneficial and
It
like
is for sure.
it sounds like when you write this stuff, it helps like ingrain it in yourself that this has happened. We're gonna learn from it.
For sure. And I think it's like once I do it and I feel better, it kind of just like proves that like obviously there's a reason that like implementing this change in my life is beneficial to me, kind of like you said.
Yeah. So like after like the test day, um, you were consistent. How'd you do it? How'd you stay consistent?
I think just like I said in the beginning of the week it was a little harder and I really had to say, oh, like I got into bed and then I'm like, oh wait, like I have to do my journaling. So it was like kind of a little reminder. And then like later in the week I was like, oh, I get to do my journaling. So it kind of like transitioned the mindset, I guess.
Okay. Um, we're getting pretty good progress, pretty good notes so far. Two last questions. Is there anything that you'd like to add or change going into week three, or just
I mean, I think I want to get to doing it every day. But obviously I know like I have to give myself some grace if like a couple days fall through the cracks.
mm,
But obviously the goal is to do it every day. And then mm, I don't know. I don't know if there's like something because I don't want to like put a time limit on it because then I feel like that
Mm,
like forces me to do it and I don't want it to feel forced or like a task. Like I want it to feel like something that
mhm.
I want to enjoy.
That's good. I feel like right now it sounds like you're at a spot where you're comfortable with doing it and you still want to do it. Um, just talk about sticking to it on a scale from 1 to 10. How confident are you in keeping up with this routine?
I'd say with how successful I was last week, I'd move myself probably to like 7 or 8 maybe.
Let's go bring it to a 9 or 10.
Yes, let's bring it to 9 or 10.
Yeah. What's going to bring it to there? Tell me.
I think just like I said, continuing to remind myself about it and then like I said, just adopting the mindset of like, oh, I get to journal rather than like, oh, I have to journal.
Mhm. Yeah. It's just a little check in at the end of the day for you.
So it's,
Not
like
stress.
just as
Yeah.
easy as, we wake up and brush our teeth. I go to bed and I journal.
Hmm. And it's really good. Good progress being made, Hannah. Keep up to it. Good
Thank
job.
you. Good
Cool.
job to you too.
See.
All right, Alexis, we are checking in on week 2 of our mindfulness activity. How has it been going?
It's been going good, but I will have to be honest. I did have a little bit of a setback this week, and I only did it 2 out of the 5 days.
Okay.
Um, a lot of that just because, well, we had our first exam, and then I was like, not feeling it that day. And then I've been moving. So I feel like I've just been really focused on building furniture and like getting all my stuff ready. So it's been kind of hard for me to remember to do the journaling.
For sure. So it sounds like, between the moving and obviously studying and preparing for the exam, it was a little hard this week for you to dedicate some time for mindfulness, which is totally understandable with everything that you had going on. How do you feel? Because obviously, moving is probably only like this a one-time thing. Like you're not going to be, moving all the time. But um,
Mm.
how do you feel about like the struggle of, preparing and studying for a test? Because, of course, there's going to be more tests. How do you feel that maybe you can overcome this obstacle in a future situation?
Mm, I feel like I know we talked about like not having a time limit on the journaling or anything like that, and I usually do it before I go to bed. But I feel like I need to when I we have exams to schedule a time when I'm going to do it and be like, okay, like at whatever, at like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., like I'm gonna take 10, 20 minutes to do the journaling and do the breathing.
Yeah, I definitely think that sounds like a really good plan. Um, you can even use it as a little break from your studying because I think it's a good activity to perform as kind of a little break and a little like to take your mind off of the stress of the test for sure. Um, how do you feel like performing your mindfulness task has changed from this week, or I guess from last week to this week?
I feel like, well, besides not doing it the 3 days, overall, I feel like it's been pretty good. I feel like it's still really beneficial. Doing the journaling and the belly breathing has been really good before I fall asleep because it's making me like fall asleep a lot faster, and usually I have a hard time doing that. So I feel like overall it is good. I think what I need to work on is figuring out, how to still make time for that when I'm really busy.
For sure. And I definitely think, that's an adjustment for sure. And I totally understand that, feeling overwhelmed, it sounds like, with everything going on and feeling like, oh, I don't have time for this. And I definitely think if you think about the benefits that you were talking about that you said you feel with, the belly breathing and the journaling, I feel like if you hone into those feelings and understand the importance of doing it, then I definitely think that you can use that as encouragement for sure to implement different, mindfulness sessions into your life for sure.
Mhm.
Um, how do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10 that next week we can um, perform your mindfulness at least 5 days out of the week?
I think about a 7 or 8.
Okay.
This week shouldn't be horrible. I feel like obviously I don't have as much going on this week. So I think that it will be easy for me to implement it in my schedule.
Definitely. So it sounds like we're feeling positive about next week's performance of our mindfulness, which is awesome. That's really great.
Mhm.
Um, what do you feel can get us to an eight, or hello, you said an eight, but a nine or a 10?
I think I really just have to be strict with myself on doing the actual exercises, the 5 days a week, and like really implementing it in my routine and getting used to doing it maybe at a specific time every day.
Yeah, I think that's a really great strategy to incorporate everything. So overall, it sounds like, you see the benefits of it, which is awesome. And so now it's just a matter of implementing it every day or at least the 5 days out of the week and trying to get more on track of that time frame. And it sounds like you have a strategy to do that by hopefully, you know, setting a specific time at night or a specific time that you do perform this mindfulness task. So it sounds like we're in a really good place, and we will check back in next week.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Hello, Evan. How are you?
Hello, Coach Alexis. I'm doing good.
Tell me about how your mindfulness activity is going.
This week, it's been pretty good. I've been staying consistent. Uh, in this last week, it was July 4th. So I drove to Vegas. And then while I was there, I missed a day.
Mhm.
Uh, that one day where I missed it, I wasn't able to brew my own tea, but my buddy made me coffee and I drank that without looking at my phone or nothing. And I was pretty mindful. So I tried to make arrangements where I could. But even the day where I was driving up, I was able to stick to the routine.
So you would say that you did complete all 5 days this last week?
Well, I wasn't able to brew it,
Okay, I
but I
see.
said, well, like, so it's kind of, I would say I missed one day where
Okay,
it wasn't full, but for the most part, yeah.
that's great. I'm glad that you were able to continue doing your mindfulness project and exercises and even still have coffee that one day, even though it wasn't tea. I think it's still great you were at least able to have a drink of choice and be able to really relax and focus on that. Um, I know you said you were in Vegas and you were traveling, but how do you think you could improve on making sure you perform all of the exercises 5 days a week?
Well, at least like for the one day where I drink coffee, I tried
Mhm.
to still note down the same things I'd note for tea, like the smells or the taste or how it makes me feel.
Mhm.
So doing my best to, if I can not able to try it exactly, do my best to still do it.
Great. That's great. And why do you think that drinking tea or having some sort of drink is beneficial for you? And what are you looking to gain from your mindfulness exercises?
When I have the time to drink, I don't focus on anything else. It's just me time,
Mhm.
me and my drink. And then when I'm able to look at the senses within the drink, like the smell or the taste, helps me be more aware in the moment.
It's great. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate your confidence level regarding being able to do the practice every day and making it a part of your routine?
Right now, I have a pretty good schedule, so I think I I don't like to say I'm perfect, so I'm not gonna say 10, but I'm gonna say a 9 because I don't know what's gonna happen.
That's great. That's great. That's understandable. What do you think you can do to get your confidence level to 10?
Uh, maybe like preset my teas I'm gonna drink for the week. Like make sure like I have time in the schedule as well. And yeah, that's good.
That's great. And is there anything that you're wanting to change about your mindfulness exercise?
Right now, I don't want to change anything. I think it's pretty good.
That's great. So what I'm hearing from you, so overall, the mindfulness exercises are going really good. This is allowing you your me time, more self-aware of things happening in your life. Even with traveling, going on your trip to Vegas, you were still able to improvise and have a tea or a coffee instead of your tea. And you're feeling really confident that you are going to be able to do this and make it a part of your routine.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Thank
Perfect.
you.
Thank you.